Oh my god.
Go. Yeah, no, this matchup is, yeah. It's bad.
Yeah. I've constantly compared it to a weird jousting match where one character has bigger options but laggier end lag, and the other has smaller moves but slightly and less laggy instances.
I think it's more like you have a jousting match where one person is on like a horse and they have a polearm, and the other person's on a pony and they have like a reinforced stick.
It really, I don't know. It depends. This matchup definitely isn't bad, though.
Clarence can do things, you know. The fact of the matter is, like, Clarence's disadvantage is a lot more manageable than Sylph's, which is kind of the saving grace. That at least you can hit, if you can hit tippers, then you just kind of explode him a little bit.
Yeah.
But you really need those tippers, and luckily for Miles Matters, he's finding
tipper right there.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself, that is quite the tipper you need in that scenario. Brunch doing a very good job at maintaining stage control, keeping them off. That's a big part of this matchup. Stage control, if you don't have it against Claren, you're in big trouble.
I imagine, yeah.
Oh, unfortunate SD.
I'm surprised Miles didn't go directly to break another flower. I guess he might have been worried about like getting scared or something.
Yeah. That's the tricky thing with Sylph Flower, is you can use it as bait to be like, okay, I have all these flowers over here, but I'm over here. So you could destroy the flowers and let me come back, or you could worry about the flowers that I'll have for later.
Yeah, I mean, that was also in neutral, right? So it's like you can, you know, try to come get me directly, or you can break the flower and risk me, like, realizing that ahead of time and killing me for it.
Exactly. It's a dangerous spot for a lot of characters to be in, and it's super good to have those options down. Good wait from Brunch.
That's a really good wait.
Alright, as a supposed expert of both of these characters, what do you do as Claire in this scenario? In this matchup, rather.
In the matchup specifically,
yeah.
Suffer a little bit, but
it's not that bad.
Look, it can be.
It can be. Depends.
The way I play Claren is not conducive to this matchup, at least. But yeah, the thing is, like, Claren can get a lot when she's able to kind of get a read on when someone's going to press buttons, because she does have a few ways to go over some of his like stronger options, like jab and down tilt. You know, she can like dash attack over down tilt, she can pop boost into him. The real problem area is getting it fair. You gotta be really on point, cashing onto like exactly when he's gonna use fair, and be really precise with your spacing to punish it.
Just barely missing it. Oh, good back air! The raw down smash just barely missed timing the parry, and they DI'd it wrong.
Yeah, Mouse having a bit of a brain fart right there, DIing hard out and dying for like 100. You do not want to see that.
That is a tough loss there, or tough loss of that game.
Guys, like, I think this matchup, like, the one thing about this matchup is just that neutral is really hard for Claren. I think the other game states are fine. Like, I mean, still has a really good punish team, but it's not like disproportionately good against Claren, right? Like Claren specifically doesn't hate so punish game for any particular reason. It's just kind of good.
It just, it's difficult.
But it's just getting in can take so long, and you have to get really meaningful openings because Silva's heavy, so you can't really kill him off with straight hits very comfortably.
Neutral definitely is in Sylph's favor, I agree.
Yeah.
The offstage scuffles are definitely interesting from the Sylph perspective, because you basically have no seeds, because you either get up B swatting them away, or down B to give them their resources back.
Yeah.
Back air is the best way to deal with up B, but even then it's slow and laggy to break through.
Right.
And fair usually trades with up B. It's definitely an interesting dynamic, that's for sure.
Yeah, down tilt though. You can like down tilt right as she comes to past ledge. I feel like that move is pretty solid for Sylph.
It can be, but it is weird because that move is deceptively short.
Either way, I gotta give Miles a lot of props here because he's kind of consistently managed to maintain like a tiny lead. Obviously, he still lost game 1, but for the majority of that game, he did have
jump is gone.
The stalker percent advantage.
Yeah. This is also a very solid counter pick. This is usually one of my auto bans for this matchup and usually in general.
Yeah. A lot of Sylphs do like the stage, but it's definitely a little different from the typical Sylph stage because it's like the smallest stage in the game, whereas he usually gravitates towards the big ones.
It really depends on how willing you're able to be like plat drop aerialed, because that's like a big thing on this stage. And not only that, you need to be able to control this small stage in its entirety, or else you're gonna get kind of rolled over.
Yeah, like you can't really run away very much, which is something Sylph is pretty solid at. Just because he's like so fast and has really good range.
Up air chains just barely not doing it, but the fair dare does.
And there it is again. We saw like this exact situation last game, it feels like, where Miles had a slight lead and then Brunch manages to SD at like 10. Alright, never mind.
I am gobsmacked. What the hell was that?
Side B off stage, man.
I guess so. Ay, ay, ay.
Right. So we're going to Brunch House now.
Brunch House? Is
Brunch
House?
Brunch really likes the stage.
I believe it. I think they counterpicked me here, actually, when I played them at Genesis.
I'm pretty sure Kingpin, Brunch and Cobra played, and they were grand final. No, that was a different Kingpin. But there was a tournament I hosted where they were grand finals, and it was like 8 game grands, and I think like 6 of the games were Jules fell.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Julesville, if there was a metric on how commonly Julesville is picked compared to most stages, I feel like Julesville and its alt would probably be really high on that list.
Yeah.
It's such a general stage. Everyone loves Smashville.
Yeah, admittedly though, in this matchup it is not too good for Claren. It's like kind of risky for her to ban it is the thing. Because it's still a neutral stage, it's still good for Claren, but it's like way better for Sylph. So you're kind of stuck banning like the really big stages like Fire Capital, and then you just kind of let Sylph go like here, and it's still better for him. It's
definitely a rough spot to be in. Stages are definitely where I could agree, where Claren kind of struggles in this matchup a bit. But no.
I feel like it's a kind of a common problem for Claren, honestly. For characters that have,
I can believe that.
Stages they really like, it becomes a really big issue for Claren, because if she doesn't keep counterpick advantage, then she has to win like losing situations on stages that are not particularly great for her.
Yeah, Claren is more of a generalist in that aspect, where she likes a lot of stage, but she doesn't love a lot of stages. Where Sylph is a lot more like, oh my god, good catch. Sylph is a lot more like back and forth, where he'll hate some stages, he'll love some, and then he'll be like, alright, cool for others.
Yeah,
and that can lend in his favor for a matchup like this.
I wouldn't even call her a generalist. I think Claren's got a lot, like, more stages she hates than most characters, and a lot that she's just kind of mediocre on is the problem. Like, there's a lot of stages she's fine on, it's just that most characters are kind of better.
Yeah. Like a Master of None sort of deal.
Master of Tempest, which is really all that matters.
I mean,
let's go Tempest.
I guess. A lot of funny characters like Tempest, though.
Ooh.
The Fair Dare. The classic.
Yeah, Brunch managing that pretty comfortably, and I was just talking about counterpick advantage because now it is super important for Brunch to have this. Because, Miles gets this. Miles is picking Armada?
This is, alright, my brain says this is a very bold decision for Miles. But I don't know if Brunch likes this stage, because this is the most divisive stage in for Sylph, period.
Cook.
Honestly, cook! Go up! Let him cook! I have actually done a Metafy session with both of these players, so I might have inadvertently influenced this decision, but that's just me? I don't know. Because I know Miles enjoys this stage, but I don't know how much Brunch does. That's my big thing.
I mean, this is kind of in that, like, iffy for Clarence section, I think, where she can be really good here if you play it extremely defensive and extremely lame.
Yeah, which is kind of what we're seeing here from Miles.
And it's sort of working out, you know, it's a little bit behind here, but Brunch is going to die here. Even game, back to neutral.
Yeah. Oh, the jab 1 or the jab 1 hit, the jab 2 whiffed, and then the jab 3 hit the counter. Ooh, I love Sylvanos. He's my favorite.
Yeah, so true. Clarence sucks.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of huge catch there with the Dacus. Miles, and this is where we can see that kind of, you know, platform-heavy style of play come into force, because platforms on the stages, you know, one of the few stages where the platforms are exclusively this high, maybe I think it's the only stage like that.
Yeah, I think so.
So, oh my...
Miles just up-being onto the platforms that have a single white pixel on the propellers.
That's kind of crazy, actually.
No, it's really good. Like, Clarence actually does like that a lot. I know on higher platform stages like Frozen, some Clarence will do that.
Yeah. Like, there's definitely some situations. Like, don't get me wrong, there's definitely situations where I've seen up B and neutral be pretty good. I've never seen it be the entire backbone of someone's strategy like that, and let alone completely work. Like,
I mean, yeah. Like I said before, Fair will trade with up B. It won't outright beat it out, so Sylv kind of just has to respect it. And usually he loses that trade if he does, because it's not as much hit stun.
Alright, so let's see what happens here. Is he in a game 5 already in our first best of 5? We saw almost no game 3s.
Yeah. I don't think we saw a single game 3.
Yeah,
and now we're going to the game 5, first thing in best of 5.
And, you know, we're just living in Bizarro world today.
Not only that, yeah, a very bold stage decision from Brunch here.
There.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate timing. Only so much you could really do about that.
A lot of like pot shots right now. They're kind of just like in small hits and one big hit and then Tipper Fair.
I mean, hey, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
The fast fall out of the hit stun there, or like the ledge cancel. That was really smart, actually. The side B cancel off the flower into an air dodge up left to Fair because they pressed a button.
Good air dodge there. To the platform. That. Oh well. Oh. You know, I was gonna say like, okay, well, Brunch that felt like a drop kill, but Brunch is a little low percent, and then Miles found it anyway.
Yeah. Miles doing an excellent job of making Brunch feel every interaction.
Oh, here we go. Back air.
What is this?
I love back air.
Another back air for the people.
No.
They tried to DI down in tech, just barely not getting it.
That's tough.
Extension off the flower? Not dead yet. That's the one instance where this stage is definitely a very cool pick for Sylv, because those side platforms make such a huge difference. But you've got to be really careful with how early you can die on this stage.
Right. Ooh.
And they last stock, pretty even percent here too. This is anyone's game.
Oh no, the air dodge. Too good for Brunch, but Miles not gonna be happy about that one right now.
Brunch is just taking this moment to be like, get away! This is my platform. I need help. Oh, see, that's exactly what I was talking about. Very, very deceptively short.
Yeah.
So you really gotta time that down tilt if you want that off of a B. Oh, that's dead.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Brunch managed to position himself perfectly to Stay on the right side of Miles.
Only so much you can do in a scenario like that when you're Claren and out of resources, and Brunch took that into consideration, was like, alright, dash attack, they have to DI in, and I up air, and that's that. They technically could have lived, Dan said they could, but that was very tough DI in order to live.
Yeah, I think you have to basically do like frame perfect drift, probably.
Yeah, very good stuff to both players. That was very, very solid.
Yeah.
And we're also getting word that there have been some spicy upsets, such as Ruby Soul 2-0ing Durai in pools.
Wow.
Welcome